This was never supposed to happen. Not here, not this close. Because when explosions echo near a nuclear plant, it's not just an attack, it's a message. But here's the twist. The target may not have been the facility at all. It may have been something far more dangerous, something invisible. And if that's true, then this isn't just escalation. It's a signal that the rules of war around nuclear sites are quietly collapsing. Bushehr isn't just another nuclear facility. It sits on the edge of the Persian Gulf, one of the most critical energy choke points on Earth. If something goes wrong here, radiation doesn't stay in Iran. It spreads across borders, across seas, across economies. And that's exactly why the International Atomic Energy Agency stepped in. Fast. Their warning wasn't diplomatic. It was urgent, military restraint, because even a small incident near Bushehr could trigger a chain reaction no one can control. But here's the problem. Warnings only come when something bigger is already unfolding. For years, Iran's nuclear sites have lived under a silent threat, not open war, but something more precise, more surgical. Cyber attacks, covert sabotage, unclaimed explosions, a shadow war designed to slow, not destroy. Because destroying a nuclear facility, that's crossing a line the world agreed never to cross. Or at least, that's what we believed. But Bushehr is different. Unlike underground enrichment sites, this one is visible, operational, and vulnerable. Which raises a question. Why risk striking near it now? In recent months, unexplained incidents have increased. Drones, missiles, electronic interference, each one denied, each one ambiguous. But this latest report near Bushehr feels different, closer, more direct, less deniable. And here's what makes it dangerous. Even if the plant itself wasn't hit, the margin for error is shrinking. Zoom, reactor dome, dramatic lighting. One miscalculation, one stray strike. And suddenly, this isn't a shadow war anymore. It's a nuclear crisis. But who benefits from pushing things this far? That's where the story changes. There are players in this game who don't want Iran to reach nuclear capability at any cost. But open war, too risky, too unpredictable. So instead, pressure is applied in fragments, controlled instability. Each strike sends a signal. We can reach you. But also, we're not going all the way yet. Because the real objective may not be destruction. It may be psychological. Force Iran into mistakes. Force overreaction. Force escalation on someone else's terms. And this changes everything. Because now, every incident becomes a test. How far can this go before it breaks? But here's what nobody is talking about. What if Bushehr wasn't the warning? What if it was the limit? Because once attacks get this close to an active nuclear facility, the strategy stops being controlled and starts becoming reckless. And there's another possibility, a darker one. What if some actors want that line crossed? Clip, leaders' intense meetings. Because a nuclear scare, even without a meltdown, changes global politics overnight. It justifies intervention, sanctions, even war. So the real question isn't, who attacked? The real question is, who benefits if fear spreads faster than facts? The world is entering a phase where nuclear sites are no longer untouchable, where proximity itself becomes a weapon, and where ambiguity is more powerful than truth. Bushehr is not just a location, it's a signal that the invisible war is getting too close to something irreversible. And now, every move carries a risk no one can fully measure. So ask yourself, is this still a controlled shadow conflict? Or are we watching the slow collapse of the last red line in modern warfare?